I said earlier that the governors of Lagos, Oyo, Ogun, Osun, Ondo and Ekiti states met today in Ibadan. And I'm going to read something to you from Vanguard on the matter. Governors of the Southwest states are not expected, they actually met already, but this was before the meeting. They converged on Ibadan for an urgent, unscheduled meeting to deliberate on pressing regional matters, particularly security concerns across the zone. The closed-door session, which commenced at the governor's office, Agodi, is being hosted by Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde. All 6 governors from Lagos, Ogun, Oyo, Osun, Ondo and Ekiti attended the event. Although details remain sketchy, sources said that the sudden meeting was convened to address rising security threats, fast-track infrastructure development, and strengthen regional integration under the development agenda for Western Nigeria, DON. The governors are also expected to review ongoing collaborative security initiatives, including the operations of the Amotekun Corps, with a view to enhancing its capacity amid emerging challenges. So it's good to know that our governors are also keeping tabs on what's happening, and they're not just chilling and waiting for the federal government to do something about it. So this is very, very good. And they also mentioned Dawn Commission. By the way, Amotekun is actually the brainchild of Dawn Commission, and it's good to see that, they're not relenting. They're all hands are on deck to ensure that our region is secured. And just in case you don't know much about Dawn, I want to just read a few things about Dawn Commission, then I'll read one last news item, and then I'll bring people up. Dawn Commission is a development agenda for Western Nigeria. It's a policy think tank and strategic development body created by the 6 states of the southwest region of Nigeria, Lagos, Ekiti, Ogun, Ondo, Osun, and Oyo, to foster sustainable regional development and integration. It was established in 2013 with a vision to make southwest Nigeria the preferred place to live, work, and invest by aligning regional goals and facilitating cooperation and collaboration among the states. By the way, it's non-partisan. Nobody cares whether you're in PDP or APC. It's about Yoruba interest. There are many things here that facilitate public service reforms and capacity development for government officials towards effective delivery of public goods. Number 2, they promote policy development. They guide regional plans on key sectors like agriculture, education, and infrastructure, aiming to improve quality of life. Number 3, they enhance regional security. Dawn Commission conceptualized the better economic integration. Dawn Commission fosters economic partnerships across states to drive self-sufficiency and growth in areas like technology, agriculture, and workforce development. And also, lastly, the 5th one is preserving cultural heritage. Dawn Commission actively promotes Yoruba culture, language, and heritage, integrating it with modern education, tourism, and the arts. And they had a meeting with representatives of Southwest Development Commission a while back. The Southwest Development Commission and Dawn Commission forged strategic alliance to accelerate regional growth. The Southwest Development Commission and the Development Agenda for Western Nigeria, Dawn Commission, have formalized a strategic partnership designed to deepen coordinated development across the Southwest region. The collaboration was cemented on 20th November 2025 during a courtesy visit by SWDC's executive management team, led by the Managing Director, Dr. Charles D.G. Akinola, to the Dawn Commission headquarters at Cocoa House, Ibadan. The engagement marks the beginning of a mutually beneficial institutional relationship between both bodies. Under this new alliance, the two organizations will initially focus on key priority areas including agriculture, modernization, railway and transport infrastructure, human and social capital development, industrialization and advancement in technology and innovation. Both institutions have reaffirmed their commitment to reducing duplication, harmonizing initiatives, and ensuring more efficient use of resources to deliver greater regional impact. This partnership represents a significant step toward a more integrated development ecosystem in the Southwest, with both organizations aligned in their mission to deliver measurable improvements in the lives of the region's nearly 40 million people. So the beautiful thing about this is that Dawn Commission already has the framework. Southwest Development Commission will be getting the funds to, essentially actualize the plans that have been designed by Dawn Commission. This is an update from the security meeting held, convened by the Ogun State governor. Actually, before the Southwest Governors meeting today, the Ogun State governor had convened a similar meeting, for people for Ogun State itself. I'm just going to read some updates from the governors. I think he's one of the people that work with the governor. And we put it out there. 70 foreigners, mostly from Niger, Chad, and Sudan, have been arrested. Nigerians entering the state for the first time will now undergo proper screening by their community leaders. They will be asked to present their purpose in the state and means of livelihood before they will be accepted to live anywhere in the state. This is to ensure that they are not used to orchestrate violence. Number 4, law enforcement agencies have been directed to pay special attention to scavengers in the state and immediately arrest any who breaks the law. The meeting deliberated extensively on the activities of scrap dealers and scavengers who may now be aiding criminal networks. It was noted that they now pose a greater security threat than before. Number 5, Governor Dapo Abiodun directed the police to immediately move to areas such as Zanga in Ijebu-Ode and similar enclaves of scavengers across the state and clear them out. He warned that properties used by criminals will henceforth be seized by the state government. Number 6, on Ajebo in Obafemi-Owode local government area, security concerns. He noted that security agents have visited the area and security operations will continue in the area. The state forest reserves have been commissioned to comb the forests across the state and ensure criminals are not using them as hideouts. Number 7, on illegal mining. The governor noted that the government is aware that some miners operate as miscreants and it's working with security agencies to flush criminals out of mining sites and forest reserves. Number 8, the governor cautioned traditional rulers, Obas and Bales, against allocating government lands to strangers, that any traditional ruler found culpable would be held accountable for undermining state interest. Number 9, Governor Dapo Abiodun said the meeting was convened in response to the country's current security climate, noting that as Nigeria's industrial capital, Ogun receives more than 5 million daily commuters, making it crucial for government to heighten vigilance. Number 10, the governor appealed to residents to actively support community policing efforts by providing credible information to security agencies. Number 11, he commended security agencies for their cooperation and synergy, which he said has contributed significantly to the peace Ogun State currently enjoys. And lastly, the governor lauded President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for stabilizing the economy and commended him and the security agencies for the prompt rescuing of kidnapped victims in Kwara and Niger states. All right, that's something good from Ogun State. All right, this is a communique issued at the end of the Southwest Governors Forum meeting held on Monday, 24th November 2025 at the Governor's Office, Secretariat, Ibadan, Oyo State. The Southwest Governors Forum, comprising the governors of Lagos, Ogun, Oyo, Osun, Ekiti, and Ondo states, held its meeting on Monday, 24th November 2025 at the Governor's Office, Secretariat, Ibadan, Oyo State. After extensive deliberations on various issues, including agriculture, economic and regional development, and security challenges affecting the Southwest region, the forum resolved as follows. The forum commends Mr. President, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, on the fight against insecurity and various economic reforms and other developmental agenda. The forum expresses solidarity with the federal government in its efforts in Kebbi, Kwara, and Niger states after the recent spate of kidnappings at the Government Girls Comprehensive Secondary School in Maga Town, the Catholic Institution of St. Mary's in Papiri, Agwara Local Government Area, Niger, and the CAC Church at Eruko, Kwara State. The forum applauds the swift response of the federal government towards the rescue of the Kwara abductees and more than 51 students of the Catholic Church, Niger State. The forum reviewed the current state of security of our region and took some decisions to ensure the security of the lives and property of our people. Number 1, Southwest Regional Security Fund. The forum agreed The forum agreed to set up a Southwest Security Fund, SWSF, under Dawn Commission to be administered by Forum of Special Advisors on Security of all Southwest states and to meet monthly. Number 2, Joint Security Intelligence Sharing and Communication Platform. The forum resolves to establish a live digital intelligence sharing platform among all 6 Southwest states: Lagos, Ogun, Oyo, Osun, Ondo, Ekiti. This platform will exchange threat notifications, incident logs, traveler and cargo alerts, and coordinate state-to-state rapid response. Number 3, forest surveillance. The forum commends the effort of Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, hunters, Amotekun Corps members, and all the other security agencies. The forum calls on the federal government to note the urgent need for enhanced forest surveillance across the Southwest states and called for the federal government to secure the vast forest belts that have become hideouts for criminal elements. To this end, the forum agrees that the federal government should help deploy forest guards across the Southwest states, with each state government responsible for providing the required personnel. That's brilliant. Don't import them. Each state government is responsible for providing the required personnel. The governors reaffirm their collective commitments to reclaiming the forests and ensuring that these spaces no longer serve as safe corridors for banditry, kidnapping, or any form of criminal activities. Number 4, interstate migration. The forum expresses deep concern on the unregulated, I'll take that again. The forum expresses deep concern on the unregulated interstate migration that continues to pose significant challenges across the Southwest. The forum calls for stricter border monitoring, data collection, and self-identification, and each Southwest states to work with the National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, for proper identification. The forum agrees to intensify security collaboration to ensure that interstate migration does not become a conduit for insecurity. Number 5, illegal mining activities. The forum expresses deep concern over the escalating illegal mining activities across the Southwest states, which continue to threaten environmental safety, public health, and regional security. The forum calls for comprehensive and enforceable licensing framework, strengthened monitoring mechanisms, and strict enforcement actions against violators who may perpetrate violent crimes under the guise of mining. Number 6, state police. The forum reaffirms its support for the establishment of state police, emphasizing that the time is now and it can no longer be delayed. Our leaders are smart though. Number 7, agriculture, food security, and climate resilience. Number 8, Southwest Development Commission, SWDC. The forum thanks Mr. President, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for the establishment of the commission and charges the commission to effectively deliver on its mandate. Number 9, Dawn Commission. The forum commends the Dawn Commission and its activities on regional integration and security. Number 10, finally, the forum enjoins all the Southwest people to remain united and committed to the peace that exists in our dear region. We remain one indivisible entity that will continue to enjoy and guard the religious tolerance that we have always been known for. That's from the Southwest Governors Forum meeting held. Yes, I'm very proud of the things they're saying, and sincerely, the only thing that I thought could be a solution that they didn't include is the arming of Amotekun. But I guess if we have state police, that would be the answer to that question, to that concern, right? I mean, everything they wrote here. What I like about this is, it's one thing to have ideas and wonder if you have dumbos as leaders who are not even able to think in that direction. But that's not what's happening here. What's happening here is that when you have conversations with people that actually think, whatever you come up with as solutions, you have folks who are leading, who are also thinking in that same direction, which means that, it makes sense that it means that we have leaders that make sense. I don't know, I'm trying not to overpraise them, but you get the point. Say they are scared to harm Amotekun. It's not, they cannot harm Amotekun. There's no law that allows them to harm Amotekun. That's the point. It's not about scared. The governors cannot harm Amotekun beyond where they are right now. because of the law that established Amotekun, which is not 100% responsibility of the governors. It had to do with the National Assembly. There are layers to this. The law does not permit them to have more than what they have, which is a problem. So, but if there is state police, police have to bear arms. So that essentially takes care of that concern, where we don't have people who have to carry ding guns and clubs. They actually have, they're properly equipped to protect, the Southwest. And to be honest, I wish to say to protect Yoruba land, but we still have that little issue of regional system, which is what I'm always telling people. Before the next speaker, people talk about regionalism. I'm always saying that this regionalism you are asking for is not really what I said a lot. Is not the dream of the true federalists. True federalists in Nigeria, the number one true federalist in this country is our goes back to the 40s and is consistent about it. Not that those who are always vacillating all over the place. And what they mean, or I've said meant, but I think it's still an active idea. What they mean by regionalism or federalism is ethno-linguistic states. So that as we are discussing right now, instead of saying Southwest, we should have been saying Yoruba. And it's a kind of, I see the frustration on social media. People are like, why can't Amotekun just do something in Kwara State? Why can't they just help the people? Because they be going outside their remit, outside their purview. They don't have any right to operate in Kwara State. So we are hoping that these conversations and the things that are happening right now will help us also to understand the real concept of federalism that Papa actually, pushed, right? Which they always work towards, which, they wanted to have at the time. And even if we don't have it the way they used to have it, when an opportunity, presents itself to give us something similar, we'll be able to take it with both hands, rather than just say, we want West and South and North and Kiniko. I hope you get the point. But again, I'm very glad that the governors met, and I'm glad with the communique they released, and every single thing they talked about makes absolute sense. We just look forward to the implementation of these policies, and we pray that the Southwest and Yoruba land generally, and also Nigeria, will continue to make progress. Thank you very much.